Hey everyone, it's Raj from 3CB. You may have noticed, and I've gotten questions from a lot of viewers and Laker fans especially on this, that LeBron James doesn't have his usual pep and lift early on in the season, and whether that's a sign of LeBron just aging or if it's something else. There's multiple signs that point to the latter. The first is that, and LeBron has touched on this, is that following his high ankle sprain injury, it took LeBron a couple months into the summer to get that ankle back to really 100%, especially the mobility aspects. So that will have affected LeBron's summer off-season training. And as we saw prior to last season, any impaction on that can lead to domino and knock-on effects. So LeBron in this case likely didn't have his normal full off-season training regime, which is then going to, of course, affect his early season fitness and how long it will take him to ramp up. Secondly, that was all compounded by the fact that he had this rectus abdominis strain, which held him out of multiple games and therefore impacts his fitness yet again. So with both of those signs, it makes sense that he's been struggling a little bit to get his typical lift, especially in and around the rim. You may have noticed multiple missed layups from him early on in the season. Further, I've heard some concern over LeBron's career low free throw rate and further his career high in 3-point attempts per game. And that may be partly tied to some of these early fitness deficits, but also you have to remember that key reason why the Lakers went out and got a Russell Westbrook is to limit that load on LeBron. So he's likely trying to adapt his game and trying to limit that workload for the full season and into the playoffs. And further, the reality is that with a Russ and some of the lineups that Vogel has been using around LeBron, they're not optimal for spacing, which therefore limits LeBron's ability to get into the paint area as he normally does, all of which can explain some of those data points. As always with LeBron, look for how he starts to ramp up as the season goes on, especially as we get to the post All-Star period, which is when he really starts to shift from that third into fourth, fifth, and sixth gear to prepare for the playoffs.